than hobbyists. I have always been a Ferrari fan. There is something they got right with the looks, the racing pedigree, and the arrogance that makes Ferrari a supercar. Ignoring the fact there are now so-called hypercars, I feel Ferrari is at the tippity top of the supercar group. Some people like Lamborghinis. They tend to be quirky more than anything. The cars, not the people. I must admit, the name Countach always makes me smirk. I would love to have an Aston Martin, maybe to use it to drive and tour the Italian lakes. McLarens are a funny one, as I've never really fancied one, but I think you need Mr. Bean money for one of those. What I struggle with though is Porsche. Some people seem to love them and really like them. For me, I'm not so sure. I did have a pencil case back at school with a Porsche 924 on it, but when you say Porsche, it is always the 911 that comes to mind. Even non-911s look like a 911. There are plenty of celebs that are Porsche owners, like Bill Gates, Ellen DeGeneres and Miley Cyrus. Okay, maybe some famous people wouldn't recommend them, like James Dean or Paul Walker. I think the 911 was a firm hit with the 80s yuppie and an ideal fashion accessory to red braces and a Filofax. If I am being brutally honest, I've only ever known one person with a Porsche, and he was an arrogant Anyway, the chief engineer decided to get rid of his root beer coloured Mustang Shell and had a hankering for something new. By now, I guess you know what it is, but let's hear about it from him.
This is the TT02. You've seen a lot in our videos over the years. Great chassis. This one has had the Ford Mustang shell on it. That shell, got a bit bored of it now. So I've gone out and purchased a shell that I've been after for a while. It's a car that I've always loved. So picked one of those up. Let's show you what I got. Very excited that I've got a Tamiya Shell in a brown box. I've had a few aftermarket shells, so with this one I thought I'd get an official Tamiya one. With this one, like I said, it's one I've wanted for a while, so I thought get the right one. So we'll have a look, see what we got. Here she is. This is the Tamiya Porsche 911 RSR. Absolutely lovely. The shape, design, everything about it, I really love it. I could have bought the whole kit, the TT02, but obviously already having the chassis, I'm not bothered about getting a new chassis. I'll just upgrade that one as need be. So just got the shell. Really nice lines. Obviously we'll cut it, prep it and paint it and get it ready. I've been a fan of Porsche for many years. I think this would be one of the styles that I'd go for if I could have one in real life. Really nice. With these Tamiya shells, obviously you're getting the quality of them. The actual polycarbonate itself and the cut lines are great. I've noticed with a few aftermarket that I've done, they're pretty flimsy in places where they haven't been produced properly. The lines are sometimes off. The wheel arches aren't that great on them. So with this one, I wanted to obviously spend the money and get a decent Tamiya one. So with this, it'll sit nicely on the chassis. I was looking at putting it on the TT02D, but with that one I've used the magnets, and I don't want to use the magnets on this shell. I'm not a great fan of magnets on the shells, I must admit. They're just not that stable. Okay if you're drifting, I suppose, around the track, but when you're going hell for leather and you're accelerating, knocking into things, they tend to fly off and go rolling down the road or skidding down the road. So with this one, I want it a nice shell. It's going to sit on this chassis with the body posts, and then just cut the body posts down, cut them down flush, because I haven't done that on the Mustang yet. I haven't cut them down, so it's going to look really nice on there. With this one as well, I've ordered new wheels and tyres. These ones are off the TT01E, actually, the Subaru. But with that one, we've got more robust tyre because we do the rallying with it. So we've been using them on this with the Mustang. All depending on what surface as well that we're running on. So with this one, I might make a few upgrades on the chassis itself. I've already got high-speed gear set, BZ motor, the Hobbywing ESC, upgraded shocks, so the turnbuckles, servo horn and that. It's a great chassis, so it'll be a really nice shell to go on that. In the kit, or box, I got some yellow gold wheel nuts, bit of a hint to what colour I'm going. With this one, I'm using PS19, the camel yellow. I love yellow Porsche, so with this one, going the yellow. It's not overly bright, which is good, because I don't want it a bright, blingy yellow. I might back it, depending on how it turns out. Either white or silver maybe, but I'll have to see when I get a couple of coats on. Really nice paint, really nice colour. In the box, got the instruction leaflet, your body holes, where to cut, where to mask, where to spray, and then you've got your guide where to put the decals, and then obviously mounting it on the chassis. Really nice decals with this, but I'm not using the Martini livery. I just want it classic and basic. So with this one, I'm just using the red Carrera, red Porsche, and obviously all the other bits like the lights, the grille, and then the window frames. The Martini livery, really nice, but not for me on this build, so I'll save these. I'm going to put them on something random. I'll have to find a shell that these will complement or look good on, because obviously they're cut to fit or made to fit the Porsche, but definitely use these on something. What else? We got the window masks, easy enough, just cut and apply. So with this, going to be a pretty easy turnaround, quick turnaround, cut, prep, spray, a couple of decals, job done. And then you got your plastic parts, you got your wing mirrors, and then you got a bag of bits, which is the rubber O-rings and the body clips. So yeah, really nice. Made up with this. I think it's going to look really good. Like I said, it's going to be just clean and basic with the PS19 and the red Carrera decals. Carrera down the door, and then not sure where to put the Porsche yet, whether it'll be on the front window or back window. I think it'll be the front window. But yeah, can't wait to do it. Always wanted one. Really nice. So I'll get that done and then we'll take her out, get her in the sun, take her for a ride. Can't wait. So please like, subscribe, and we'll see you soon.
Here is the complete Porsche on the TT02 chassis. The camel yellow does look good on this Porsche shell, I have to say, and it's not an unusual colour to see one in. Looking at this, he chose not to put the red Carrera stickers on it, but I think that was the correct option. On the subject of wheels, these he picked up quite cheaply off eBay, and they have slick tyres and the price was good. Sadly though, as it's usually raining here in the UK, especially when we want to go out with the cars, he was worried it would spin out of control and not be able to drive properly, so he plonked the TT01E Subaru wheels on it, and this also looks good. Anyway, there has been a lot of waffle in this video, so let's see the Porsche on the TT02 run. Oh, and how fast is it with the BZ motor? I've no idea. So you don't miss out on further videos and similar nonsense, please like, feel free to comment, definitely subscribe, and press that bell-shaped thingy to be woken up at all hours for further content. But for now, that's your lot.